We're back.
In the middle of the week.
Yeah.
I love this song. Bad Religion. My teenage up into my late 20s. One of my absolute favorite bands.
Good stuff.
I think because it wasn't mainstream when I was listening to it, it was punk. So Dropkick Murphys, Bad Religion, people who rode with me. What are you listening to? Fucking punk rock, man. But I've always been anti-establishment anyways.
Yeah, they didn't know about the punk.
No.
Speaking of the establishment.
Yeah.
What's on today's agenda?
Well, that would be BlackRock and Vanguard.
Ooh. So we're going to have to be like everyone else and have an opinion because there are no facts, fables, or tales, period.
No. I mean, the only thing that I have found is that they have like $10 trillion in assets.
I do believe it's more than that.
I know Larry Fink was the figurehead.
I believe he still is.
I know that they could clear our national debt in just one sweep. But I don't think they want to because it's part of ownership.
Well, yeah, and they make so real quick because I wasn't extremely familiar with BlackRock. Just real quick, just to kind of give a summary about what BlackRock is, what type of company they are.
It's an investment company.
Yeah, it's an asset management company. They use a type of risk management software called Aladdin. They have been contracted by the government, by multiple world governments.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not just ours.
Yeah, including the Chinese government. They supposedly have assets of, don't hold me to this as of today, but roughly little over $20 trillion.
It's $20 trillion. Yeah, I thought it was 10.
In assets.
I mean, but 10 trillion, 20 trillion, what's the difference?
Yeah, I can't even register that many zeros, so I don't know.
Dude, if I had a fraction of that money, oh my God, like I said, we'd have a brand new studio. We'd have a staff. We would have catering before we recorded.
Ooh, what kind of food we gonna have?
Whatever we want, because we got tons of money.
Loves the food.
You know, I'm almost spending Mr. Beast money. But this is also the next episode where I'm going to say, hey, Kevin Smith, if you hear us, we're not asking for money from you. We just want you to say hey on the show. That's it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You know, it's my campaign for Kevin. # Smith. I got to be clear on that. Other Kevins I don't want to talk to. And not you, Kevin Howell, if you're listening. I appreciate your support. It's just a Kevin in particular. I don't care if he's listening. God. Anyway, so no, back on BlackRock. So they have investments in everything.
And when we say everything, we mean everything.
I would be willing to bet they have investment money in your company that you work for, because I know they have it in ours.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can. It's hard to trace it in a lot of cases.
No, it is there in the investors report. They own 10% of ours.
Really?
Yeah.
So the type of investment company this is they own the second largest share of Coca-Cola.
Wow.
They own the second largest share of Pepsi-Cola. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
So wait a minute. So they own, and those are like competing companies.
So how do they lose in that situation?
You don't.
They don't.
You don't. Wow.
So
wow.
And many other companies too.
I know that there's a conspiracy out there that BlackRock is buying residential properties and converting them into rentals.
Yes, something like that, or demolishing the single family homes. If you go to BlackRock's official website, and it is very easy to find.
Yeah.
It's a little crazy easy to find. It's like they don't want you to know, but if you're looking, they want you to be able to find this.
Wow.
It says, in parentheses, BlackRock is not one of the companies buying up single-family homes. On their Homepage.
It's on their homepage.
Yep. So they know it's an issue. They know that they're being blamed for that.
I want to see if while we're doing this episode, if I can find some stuff on them, because I did a search.
You can try.
I did a search before we
too.
started, and I couldn't find anything. It's
I think I tried to do more research on this particular topic than any.
Well, it's like when Brewer gave me the idea for the topic, I asked him, I was like, Google was useless. What can I use? And so he sends me other podcasts that have done on it, and then they're not even, very clear because nobody really truly knows. So I'm big on symbolism. I look for things, especially when you have companies or entities or industries that have why would you name it BlackRock? What was the driving force behind naming it? And though I don't know this is 100% to be true, I do know that the symbolism of Black Rock is the cornerstone of Allah.
I did not know that.
Does that kind of makes me feel like they have a God complex?
Well, I suppose that's possible. I know there was two of the early CEOs. I want to say before Finkel and Einhorn.
Finkel and Einhorn.
I want to say before Fink became the current CEO, that he and another executive split companies, and the one company was called Blackstone. The original company was. Yeah. And they wanted, as far as I know, no relation to the grill. Wanted to the only reason that they ever said that they chose Black Rock for their name was to be confusing.
Wow. So you want to know something I just found? I got on their website.
Hit me with it.
AI is in the front and center for them in 2026.
Oh, they know something. Well, they can see where all the money's going, regardless of where. So say they're 100% legit.
Yeah.
Okay. Say they're just smart business people, like we've said on here before.
Yeah.
They can literally see where 21 or plus trillion dollars of money moves every millisecond of every day. So,
and if comic books and movies have taught us anything, it is when you have a company this big, surely there's some nefarious things going on. Do they have a division that does genetic testing? Are they spearheading things like CRISPR? Have they released the T-virus? I mean, all these things are very right, true, kind of on our comedy. I get that, but think about it. If you're the company that has the breakthrough with something like CRISPR, you would never be considered an enemy ever, because you've unlocked human life. I mean, you've unlocked infinite health. And so when you have that kind of power, where does the government go in all this? So I think that very statement right there is what gives why BlackRock gets majority of the flack they get. Okay. Is they control the majority shareholdings of pretty much every major bank in the U.S. and then plenty of major banks outside of the U.S. So I wonder if the government bailout was actually the government bailing the banks out, or if they used BlackRock to do it. It's possible, and here's where people have their biggest concern. BlackRock is not monitored by the government in any way because they are not a bank. No, they're not. They're an investment firm. That's right. So here's another thing, too. When they talk about the whales in cryptocurrency, the ones that will run I'll use Dogecoin as an example, run the value up of it to where, 10 million Dogecoins are actually worth money. You think they have a hand in that, too? How far do their tentacles go? This might be the most serious episode we've ever done. I mean, I know that at some point it will break down into shenanigans. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. But right now, it just has my gears turning. What all do they have a hand in? I would say it's safe to say everything. Okay, but everything. When you have your hand in everything like that, why not push the big breakthrough out? What are you waiting on? Because if you have infinite resources like that, that's infinite resources. I'm sorry. That much money you have, there is nothing that can stop you from anything. Maybe resurrecting the dead? You know, maybe that's something they can't do. But from what it sounds like to me, when you've got something that has so many hands in so many different industries, then does it really get a back seat when one of these investors comes in and says, hey, we want you to do this. Here's your money to do this. You're going to do this. Who says no?
Oh, well, now, and they do talk about that is how can the company say no?
I will tell you right now, with the most honesty I can give you, if BlackRock called us and said, we want your podcast to be nothing but about describing Campbell's soup from here to eternity, and we're going to pay you millions of dollars to do it, we would have every fucking episode would break down the ingredients of Campbell's soup.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Because that's life-changing money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when you have something that powerful, how do you keep it in check?
And that's the problem, is there is no entity keeping or watching BlackRock.
Well, you could have said, I don't know, the Rothschilds, because of all the conspiracies that were, around that family. They were all unfounded. But you're talking about they were considered the global economy how long ago? You know, they were doing all of the bailing out. They were doing all the investing. But now you've got somebody who's outran them. So the conspiracies behind the Rothschilds were, hey, this is, they have so much influence that they can control the weather. That kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But this is bigger than that. I'm sorry. It just is.
Oh, yeah.
This is like the new young vampire kicks the door open in the movie to challenge the old guard.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. Because this company's only been around since, the 80s?
Something like that, yeah. So, and then, like I said, there was the split. But it all seems to, the thing that seems to be their key brainchild is the Aladdin software.
Okay, but what is Aladdin? What's
it's a damn genie.
No,
Yeah.
Yes. No, the genie was the genie, but Aladdin was the one who held the lamp.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So, think about it. That means that the metaphor behind it would be any wish you have, we can make happen.
Oh, and I bet they can with 21 trillion.
So, sitting on that much, where's the good that they've done?
Sitting on that much, where's the bad that they've done? That's the problem.
The only thing I can tell that they've done is just make money.
So I looked, I was curious, and just to put it into perspective, because I didn't know, I'm going to throw out a few popular names here.
Okay.
Richest man in the world.
It was Elon Musk. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure it still is.
Okay.
At roughly right around $500 billion.
Okay.
Of worth.
Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hold on, I'm going to put on this. But like him, don't like him. Elon Musk has actually tried to do things to change and revolutionize life.
Oh yeah, he has done. Yeah.
So he's done things with his money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he has. He has.
When the kids were trapped in the cave, the soccer team back a couple of years ago, before Elon Musk was a household name, he had his researchers building a submarine just specifically for getting to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. I have no quarrels with Elon whatsoever, other than I think his damn electric vehicles are a bad idea. But you can go get one if you want to. But I just think all in all it's a bad idea, and it's a fad that's going to end. But anyway, I digress from that.
Okay. Sorry.
So Elon worth let's just say roughly $500 billion.
Okay.
Another popular name you might know is Mark Cuban.
Yeah, Mark Cuban. He owns the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, roughly his net worth.
I know him from Shark Tank.
Yeah, me too. I like the guy. $6 billion. 6.
So you got $500 billion to $6 billion.
Yeah, and I'm sure Bezos is right there with Elon. I didn't look at Bezos.
Elon Musk got his start with MapQuest, correct? That was his thing?
I don't know. Somebody else told me that, and I don't know. I don't know for sure.
I remember reading about it, and it was he invented MapQuest, or he was something with MapQuest, and then he sold it, and
maybe,
then that's kind of what launched it.
Maybe it had something to do with the GPS technology or something like that. Yeah,
probably. I mean, but when you've got enough money to throw satellites into the orbit,
Yeah.
And now he's got how many? How many are Starlink? How many satellites
I
are
don't
up
know.
there?
I just saw an advertisement for a portable Starlink kit for $299.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. You know, and he's not like trying to gouge on that stuff.
No,
He's really not.
No.
He's trying to make it, you know, to where it's affordable because he wants people to have it and use it.
Yeah, but his employees are like the highest paid
Are they?
on the planet. So when I was in Florida a couple years ago, went to Cape Canaveral where they did all the launches, you know, and we actually got to go into the old Tesla launch command center because it's closed now because they moved it.
Oh,
But but so instead of, you know, just shutting it down and making it private, they made it where you could tour it. And they turned it into a aeronautical museum, a space museum, of all the different, like, I don't know, spacecraft and probes and stuff that we've used in space exploration. So that was kind of neat to see.
And I just want to say this one last thing, and I'll get off my high horse about electric vehicles. Okay. Folks, please, by all means, if that's what you want to drive, I don't have any problems with that, but I want you to think about one thing. Every bit of good for the environment that you think you are doing is temporary, because when those cars are no more and they are no longer on the road, they have to go somewhere.
Yep.
And
Sure
that is some of the worst shit to have to get rid of.
Let's go into the post-apocalyptic era.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just, I don't know, we'll make this into some kind of scenario. So you've got the broke down cars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the electric cars.
Yep.
Is that where they go to find parts to repair their like robots and generators?
Maybe
and
so.
stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that name with the little robot that run around the trash planet and picking up parts? I love that movie.
That was oh god,
I loved it. What was the name of that movie?
Hold on, it's Wally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evil. That was his love, and then they reset him. That was horrible. Erased his memory. But no, okay. So my big thing about electric vehicles, I'll throw this out there, is when you have something that is electric, it has network capabilities. It can be hacked.
Oh, absolutely.
It can be hacked. It can be shut down. And I don't care how encrypted it is, because there's always going to be somebody out there that's smarter than whoever invented the encryption software. I mean, that's been proven. You know, back in our age of when the internet was coming up, your hackers, your like good ones, they got offered jobs. You know, they got busted and was like, no, you're going to work for us.
Yeah.
And got put to work.
And basically, a lot of those jobs would be, no, you're not going to write the code. We just want you to constantly sit here and break it so we can see the holes in it.
Well, but even at that, so we go back a little further, okay? Post World War II, Operation Paperclip. What did we do? We made a rush to Berlin to get the scientists. That's what we did. Because, yes, they were war criminals. They did horrible things. But they were more intelligent than what we had at the time, to a point where NASA was founded around German scientists. Look it up. That one's a crazy one.
You know something?
What's that?
There's something crazy about.
What?
You know, in the 1940s, 16-year-olds were going into battle in World War II.
Yeah.
And today, 16-year-olds are complaining about having balls.
Jesus.
I mean,
not all.
It's not untrue.
Not all.
Not all of them, no.
There is,
but some.
I've also noticed that there's been kind of a renaissance, if you will, of the younger generation getting into things that we were into when we were younger. You know, they like the retro stuff. I wish they would understand there is a difference between the 80s and the 90s, but, you know, whatever. They, like, I know, here, this one was crazy. Jinko jeans are making a comeback.
Are they really?
Yeah, the 60-inch bottomed jeans. I had like 2 pair of them.
I had some, too.
I wish I'd have kept them. I really do, because these things are worth some money now. You know, it's like all that vintage clothing that I've got rid of over the years. It's like, God, I wish I'd have kept it, because I know some of it's worth some money. Now, I do have a pair of 31-year-old Doc Martens.
That's probably worth some bank, dude.
Yeah, they're the low top ones. I use them as my dress shoes. You know, it's my little act of rebellion, be dressed in a really nice suit and then wear my Doc Martens. So, no one's ever noticed. Or if they did, they thought it was cool. Like, but we're also in an era now, too, where you got guys running around in business suits and freaking tennis shoes. You know, I'm going to be comfortable, you know?
Yeah, I can't quite well, and I guess it's because I don't have the physique for it, but I'm having a hard time with the skinny pants and the.
I don't wear them.
Yeah.
I am still to this day, the only pants I wear are my khakis, the baggy khakis that I own.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's warm enough, I am still in camouflage cargo pants that either touch my kneecap or go below it.
You know, it's getting harder to find them that'll do that.
Oh, I know because this.
And then they get you.
God, it's so crazy, man, because it's like this, again, you've had this resurgence of stuff from the 80s, so the mustache has made a huge comeback. Just the old porn stash, that one creeps me out. I'm sorry. Like, it creeped me out back then. You know, run around with a Tom Selleck slinger on your face, and no, thank you.
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Selleck, man.
The porn stash.
The
So,
ladies, man.
you know what I do miss too, though, that's gone away? And I was talking to Kimmy about this a couple weeks ago. What happened to sideburns? Where'd they go? Where'd the pork chops go, man?
I don't know. I sport them unintentionally a lot of times and just get longer.
Well, it's just like all of a sudden they vanished. I mean, I was a proud supporter of the pork chops. I had a very burly set of them.
Yeah.
You know, back when we were younger, and now it just went away. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it just grow a full beard.
I haven't paid any attention to what the haircuts are now. I'm assuming that I don't know.
Well, so
I've gotten the same haircut.
I kind of didn't have a choice because I had the plaque psoriasis, eczema stuff hit my face, so I have to keep a beard anyways. Because if I shave it, my face just goes into. I look like I got hit with fire.
Right.
It's like I took a whole face of fire. It just, like, you know, scabs and scars and it's nasty.
Babe.
But anyways, so veering back onto the topic, I wonder with BlackRock if they have investment in like Rivian, which would be the competition for Tesla.
Oh, you could look it up, but I would bet almost 100% they do. And if not the second largest share or the first in the top 5.
So, but what's the end game? There's always got to be an end game for something.
I hope with them that they're large enough to buy all these shares, and it's basically their safety net. Now, I know little to nothing about investing,
Right.
but I hope that they're like, well, we'll buy, 500 million shares of Rivian, and then we'll buy 550 million shares of Tesla, and hopefully one of them won't go bust. But if the Rivian one goes, Rivian goes bust and Tesla stock skyrockets,
Right.
then we've still maybe I'm hoping it's the safety net thing, but it could very well be to have a finger on everything.
So my next concern would be that if you're buying, this is going back to the properties, the housing. If you're buying up all of this property, why are you not lowering the cost of living to be in them? You're increasing it. I mean, it's just like I said a couple of episodes ago. We live in an area now where 10 years ago, these houses would have gone for $600 or $700 a month. They're going for $2,300 a month.
Yeah. Something else that just happened too.
What's that?
The 50-year mortgage is becoming a thing.
Yeah, you said something about that not too long ago.
Just because, everyone's outpriced.
It's the only way to make it affordable.
Right.
Finance it for 50 years.
Yeah.
But Jesus, you got to have an 800 credit score, I'm assuming, to get a 50-year finance. Because that's a long-term investment.
I would assume there's an age cap on that. I would assume.
So there was that big thing a couple years ago with, and it's still a thing, I'm sure, it's just not as publicized as it was, but the reverse mortgage. That was a thing, and they wanted people that were later in life, and they're like, hey, look, we'll pay off, we'll give you the money for your house. You don't owe us a dime, but when you die, we get your property.
Yeah, and in all honesty, I've actually done a lot of research on that, and I'm sure you know why. It can be good in certain situations. There are plenty of mortgage companies taking advantage of it, but there are, people need some really, really expensive care. Really, they're cash poor. The only asset they have is their $400,000 house.
Right.
They don't really have or they may have some family, or whatnot. But at the end of the day,
So
they've got to get the care that they need.
right. So in an ideal situation, it makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
Or
it can.
Or if the kids are looking at it like, I don't want to deal with the house when they're gone.
Yeah.
Because that's another headache all on its own.
Oh yeah.
But so I wonder though now again, like how far do the tentacles spread? Does BlackRock have a hand in that too?
Well, I'm
Do
sure.
Do they have a company that specializes in reverse mortgages?
So, from my understanding of BlackRock's participation in, basically, they're not really saying they're not going in and cherry picking debt to buy. It's what they're doing is they're coming in and they're saying, all right, we want 100,000 loans. We want 100,000 separate debts from you.
Yeah.
We'll take the good, the bad, the okay.
Yeah.
But we're going to give you this much for it. That's what they do. They buy these large clumps of debt. So that would be another reason why, if they were buying up individual family homes, it would be really hard to decipher that, because they're lumping it all in under these big, huge transactions.
So I know that if you look, I see it on my 401k report when I get my quarterly report.
Mm-hmm.
BlackRock Holdings is on there, and so is Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
So Vanguard is another one I guess we'll save for another day, because God knows I need to do some more research on it too.
Same thing.
But with BlackRock, it concerns me, and it'll probably never be anything that comes to fruition in our lifetime. But if you control so much, that's power. That's
Absolutely.
That's not,
Absolutely.
You're not answering to anybody.
No, and they're not.
So,
and I'm sure they could, upturn the financial world if they wanted. I'm sure.
Let's play a scenario out here. BlackRock has an infinite amount of resources financially.
Mm-hmm.
Say a certain government goes belly up.
Mm-hmm.
BlackRock bails them out.
Mm-hmm.
Who controls the government then?
I wouldn't say who controls it then. I would say who controls it now, because that's what the biggest.
I understand what you're saying completely. Yeah. But my point is this. If a country goes bust and you have an investment company that goes, we'll take that, we'll pay it off, we'll make you right. Oh, by the way, you're going to do what we say to do when we say to do it.
And that may very well already be the way things are going.
If you got everybody on payroll, it's probably what is happening.
Yeah. So, and again, I'm not defending BlackRock in any way whatsoever, but I am going to have another sponsor and play devil's advocate there.
I am ready to hear the devil's advocacy. Sponsor. The sponsorship was brought to you in part by Preston's Alcoholic Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that in any company, there is a bad egg.
Sure.
Okay. Now, what's dangerous about BlackRock is that if BlackRock did have a bad egg,
yeah,
instead of that egg getting thrown in the face of 3 people from another company, it get thrown in the face of 3.5 billion people.
Sure, I get what you're saying.
But back to what I was saying about people's reported wealth. Larry Fink is reportedly worth about $1.1 billion.
That's it?
That's it. Now.
I know that's just as funny as shit to say that's all. He's only worth $1.1 billion.
Chump Chinese, he's in the
Amateur.
streets.
You know.
But he ain't even eating fucking filet.
Right.
So now, do they have that's what gives them so much grief, is there is no transparency with them.
Fair.
So you can't help but think, from my understanding of it, Larry Fink is an avid Democrat.
Okay.
So I guess that could play into it, but at the end of the day, this son of a bitch has got in charge of so much money.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically the head guy in charge of so much money. But there's one workhorse running around there. It could be it could be a secretary, or it could be an
somebody's
intern.
holding it all together.
Somebody's holding it together by a fucking thread, probably.
Right. Yeah.
And then that person gets mad, quits, or decide, or something turns them into the bad egg, and then that's when the domino effect happens.
Yeah, but if something like that were to crumble, the impact it would have, I mean, you're talking about a global bankruptcy.
Yeah, so it kind of brings me to the crypto crash.
Okay. Which, by the way, I'm not a fan of crypto. Anything that I can't tangibly hold and just can disappear with the stroke of a key.
NFTs are the way to go. I mean, that is a joke. Stay the fuck away from those things. But, so, yes, it brings me to that. There's a lot of money tied up there in that. And when it just went bust, I mean, so many people lost so much money. So many famous people. I think almost ruined, bankrupt Kevin Bacon and his wife.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of other big names. And these are all people that had money to put into it.
Yeah.
But folks, that just goes back to, if it looks like it's going to be too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
So you want to hear my horror story? This is my in terms of our nerdology with Magic the Gathering. This is my Black Lotus box story. Mm-hmm. So you remember when Bitcoin first launched? You remember what it was? It was a video game currency.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you could use it to pay for subscriptions for video games. And it was for more than that. I'm not saying that was its sole purpose, but you could buy Bitcoin and pay for, I know for a fact you could pay for World of Warcraft with it. So,
how do you know?
Because I bought 15 Bitcoins.
Did you buy some power?
No, you're missing the
you
point.
Buy some shorts?
You're missing the point.
Sharp.
Listen, you're missing the point right now. I bought 15 Bitcoins to pay for a 1-month subscription of World of Warcraft.
Do you have any idea what 1 Bitcoin is worth now?
Oh, I know. And you have how much of an idea 15 of them would be worth?
I can do a little math and figure it out.
We would have an actual choir singing us in on every episode if I had it. Holy crap. Yeah, just chalk that up to dumb shit that Joe's done in his life. So another thing I did that was extremely stupid was I invested in Dogecoin. Now, I'm not saying that
you got me on that one, too.
I'm not saying that was stupid, but I am saying at one point I had like 10,000 of them or more. It was a lot. And then I sold them because I got tired of just letting them sit, and they were then like it hit 80 cents or something like that.
Yeah.
Something ridiculous.
I do know some people that came out good on the crypto thing, but it's you got to be, and it was basically like playing a slot machine.
That's exactly what it was like.
So, I mean, I get it. I feel bad for people that lost everything, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you shouldn't have put everything into that.
No.
I mean, I would like to have the money that I put in it back, but it wasn't by any means crippling money.
Yeah, well, and you were also looking for the next big short squeeze. You were looking for the next big one, the hedge fund bust, like they had with GameStop. They tried to do it with AMC Theaters, and I got involved on that one. I think I had like 10 shares of it. It wasn't anything crazy, but when it had its day when it got squeezed and it hit $70 a share, I sold it because I knew it wasn't going to go any higher than that.
You talk about I don't know the correlation to this, but you talk about something that had to make even BlackRock go, ooh, fuck.
What's that?
GameStop.
Yeah, the GameStop one.
Because that was literally a collective of people through social media
that did a pushback.
And took that shit. And even GameStop's like, oh, no. They're like, they don't like.
It started on a Reddit forum. They were like, hey, this is let's all attack in purchasing this stock. Yep. And it drove the price of it through the roof. And a lot of people walked away with a lot of money. That happened.
They did. So, and with that, it's, so how is that not? We all need our 401ks and our investments and stuff, but I know for a fact that I'm not savvy enough to control my own investments.
I tried to pretend to. I was one time.
Did you ever get on Robinhood or any of that?
Oh yeah, I was on Robinhood. I was on the other one, Webull. So
It's tough, man.
the thing about Robinhood, no, it wasn't Rob, it was Webull. That was the one I was doing this on. So when you signed up for Webull, they gave you 3 free stocks at random. Okay. And then anytime you had somebody use your code to sign up for Webull, you got another 3 free stocks. So I did, that was like, it was small, but it was hilarious. So like I got a Johnson & Johnson stock one time. It was like $200. And I was like, well, when this clears and I can sell it, I'm going to make $200. Well, I mean, it was only one.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm fixing to walk out like Monopoly Man on one damn stock, but, it was.
Do you know what I do like? I do like
gravy.
Oh, I love gravy. No, I do like crowdfunding. The only thing I don't like about it is that a lot of times I don't think that the companies that are semi-successful are able to give anything back.
No, but you also have crowdfundings that turn into scams.
No,
and you see a lot of that on video
absolutely,
game development.
Absolutely.
They got the Kickstarter for, like, I'll give you an example of one that I followed. God, it's over a decade. Was City of Titans. Okay, this was a crowd-funded Kickstarter. People invested a lot of money into making this game come to life because it was the predecessor to City of Heroes and City of Titans, which was a huge game in the MMO world, and it shut down. So these people, and they were all volunteers. I understand their story of it, but you've got people that invested thousands of dollars, and here we are over a decade later, and they haven't even put the game into beta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They say they're still developing it. No, I get it. They've had setbacks. COVID hit, social, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I get all that.
And that's where, you definitely shouldn't be giving money that you shouldn't be banking on anything. Because I know when this crowdfunding stuff goes that the companies are not guaranteeing. Here's a perfect example of it. I'm not going to name the band, a minuscule band from the nu metal era.
Okay.
This is a couple years ago. I read this. They started a GoFundMe for trying to raise money to put out a new album. Okay, these guys have had albums sold back in the era when people were buying physical media.
Yeah.
They by no means got rich from it.
All right.
But at the same time, they explicitly put in their post that, guys, this can't guarantee you an album. And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, you still need them to buy your album, or I'm sure pay to download. But I thought to myself, I'm like, damn it, I get it if they're giving you $1.
Yeah.
If they're giving you,
they're not giving $1, they're giving hundreds and thousands.
Well, even if you're giving $20, you covered the damn price of the album. Because what are you going to make? What does it cost to download a song now if you download one legit? I had no idea. $1?
Nothing.
Well, legit. If you buy it on Amazon.
I'm not going to buy it on Amazon because and I'm not doing anything nefarious. I'm telling you, Apple Music, you can download it for free.
Okay.
You can download the whole album. That's a subscription. Pay $7.99 a month.
Okay, so Apple's paying them.
Sure.
They're getting something.
Yeah.
They're probably only getting if they get tens of thousands of downloads.
Well, but then you also got to think too that the other means of revenue, because we know how the music industry works. You're a puppet. Your producers and your label tell you what you're going to do. They put you under contract. The only way they were making money back in the day was through doing live shows,
merch,
and merchandise. So that's how they made their real money. Now there's another avenue. But I know that somewhere there's going to be a catch-22 in this. But you get on social media and you get 1 million followers, you're making money. I mean, that's just the name of the game, and it's like the social media stock market, if you would, because you're investing your interest in somebody else's product. Granted, it's just a matter of a click, but the advertisement revenue that, say, your YouTubes and your TikToks and your things like that get off of you having a ton of followers, and that's how those make their money. And in return, they go, okay, we're going to pay you to keep putting out more content. So you become an employee.
It's about advertising.
Yeah, because we're a world of previews. We're at the point in life now where whether you like it or not, everything at some point is going to have an advertisement. even us in one of the platforms that we're on, they have put advertisements in our
Yeah.
podcast.
We don't have anything to do with that, folks.
No, we don't. But I can tell you where to go where you don't have advertisements for it, and that's usually how I, like to do it. But, and again, I don't want to step on any toes because I don't want to get banned. Because again, it gives us another area, another outlet to try and reach people.
Yeah.
But
And to be honest with you, I'm so used to the damn ads now.
yeah,
It really don't bother me as long as it's not freaking the tube where the damn things are 7 minutes worth of
oh
it.
my god,
You know what I'm
I
talking
get
about.
what you're saying. The ones that are making sure you're awake. That's what that is.
Yeah, because
You
you're
know.
using up valuable bandwidth.
Yeah, to hit skip. That's it. But back on BlackRock, one of the other things that I just found out about them is that they offer cash alternatives investing. So now you're taking the physical dollar away, and you've transferred over to cashless.
Well, I'm sure crypto and bonds of certain types and here's one.
Oh, they do
Here's-
short-term bonds. That's what it is.
Yep. So here's one. Do you think that the U.S. actually has enough gold to back every dollar?
It's not backed by the gold anymore.
Are you sure?
It's-
It's supposed to be.
No, last I checked, we did away with that years ago. That's a myth. It was.
So basically, you can just take $100 bill out and write IOU on it,
I mean, I guess.
which gold means nothing to me. I mean,
Right.
it really doesn't. Because I can't eat that shit in the fucking apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? I can't melt it down. It doesn't even make a good damn bullet. It's too soft. The lead will be worth more than fucking gold. The shit hits the fan.
Okay,
And
so
brass for sure.
here you go. Here's your answer to what you just said. President Nixon's decision to end the dollar's convertibility to gold in 1971 effectively ended the gold standard. So money is backed by government trust rather than physical commodities now, which is why gold can be worth more than a dollar
Okay. Well,
because they're no longer connected to each other.
Okay. I didn't know.
So
So I rephrased my question. Do you think they actually got that? They actually have all that gold that they say that we have?
no, they don't. That's why they print more money.
What did it do with it?
It's invested elsewhere.
What you think? it did?
Offshore accounts. Something that's it's somewhere completely different.
Oh, I need one little brick. One little brick.
Now there are places online now where you can invest in gold.
If I don't trust them.
Well, I mean, I don't trust it because I don't think you physically get the gold. I think you send them
Oh, they
money,
hold it for you.
and they
Hey,
hold it
man,
for you.
give me. I take care of this for you.
Man, that's like a crazy uncle on your birthday when you get the card
Yeah.
with the money and it's like,
Yeah.
let me hold the card for you.
Yeah. This motherfucker took my damn birthday money.
Yeah, and that's anytime I can't tangibly hold something. This is the reason why I'm big on going into a store. And unfortunately, like I said, you have your Amazons and things like that you have no choice to use if you're looking for something specific because the store won't carry it.
Yeah.
I'm also not big on this. Why would you not carry the product in your store? I don't know. I'm kind of getting off in a separate thing right now.
No. Because when you need a fucking dishwasher, I mean, you kind of want it like at
Instant
least within a couple days. I don't know. I don't even have to have
gratification.
instant, but waiting 3 to 6 weeks to get the motherfucker, well, you can go fuck right on off.
Well, I mean,
You know?
I agree with that, but and it kind of taught me a little bit of patience. The 24-hour rule, as you used to put it. Wait 24 hours before you buy something to see if you still want to buy it after the 24 hours and you still have the means to do it, then buy it.
Are you really doing that?
No, yeah,
You do it?
yeah, that's what I do now.
What was the last thing you did it with?
I do it all the time now.
Do you? What was the last thing you did it with?
My aquarium was the last one.
Oh, that you waited to buy.
The 95-gallon aquarium was the last one. I do not impulse shop
You
anymore.
gonna go bigger? I know you want.
No, I don't. I'm actually aggravated with the one I have to a point. Like I told Kimmy the other day, I'm like, I think I'm just going to put my fish in your tank and drain this and sell it.
Bigger. You
No,
gonna go
no,
bigger?
I don't need any bigger. 95 gallons is plenty. With a 20-gallon sump underneath it, it is more than plenty.
But you know what? Plenty.
What's that?
Oh, 125.
No, No, it's not.
125.
No,
where's that?
because now you're talking getting into the thousands of dollars in investments, where I don't have quite 1,000 in the 95.
I told you about a damn one that Moses would buy.
Yeah,
the Red Sea.
So I'm not going to buy one of those because they are super expensive, and then you have to pay more money on top of that to get the other necessities for it, and they only really are compatible with Red Sea products like their
yes.
lights.
Oh yeah, they got that market cornered.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you have to buy their stuff. It's like, oh, well, it comes with a sump, but
But
you gotta get, you gotta get the sump toilet paper machine.
does it come with all the necessary pipes?
Right. No, it comes with all the pipes and everything. It's just the what you call it, the roller mat is what it's called. So instead of having a true a protein skimmer, now you've got this thing that just like rolls like toilet paper.
To put it into perspective, folks, for probably a 125-gallon Red Sea, just a cabinet, sump, and some pipes, you're probably looking at around $5,000 to $6,000.
Yeah, and but that would have probably the lights with it too. But no, dead
Rich
serious,
people money.
dead serious, $3,500 to $4,000.
Yeah.
So
Can be in there.
and it I'd be willing to bet you it's more now
It
because
is.
of the tariffs. So
Damn government.
well, how do you think BlackRock felt about those tariffs?
Tastes good.
So our president is promising a $2,000 tariff check.
Boy, I yelled at him this morning
Yeah.
when I read that.
Well, I mean, it's
Man,
he gave away money in COVID though.
he's going to go right and fuck our damn taxes up is what he's going to do.
So yeah, because once you get it, you're still gonna pay it back.
Fucking A, dude.
But I remember when it was funny to me when we got the stimulus check during COVID, the big one. I can't remember how much it was. It was what, $2,000, $1,500, somewhere around there. How much was it?
I wouldn't fucking know. And
You-
I would remember that shit.
You didn't get one?
Hell no.
I'd be looking at
I
them.
think
They
I
owe
got
you.
like $300.
No, that was a big one they did. It was like for a family of 4. It was like $1,500 or some crazy shit like
a
that.
family of 3.
But at the time you were a family of 2.
Yeah, and I probably got fucked for it.
Right. No. Let's see. 6. Yeah, no, she wasn't born yet.
I can't damn help. I can't have no more kids.
Well, I mean, that's not the government's fault. They don't care.
It
But my
is.
point-
It's in the damn water.
The whole point I'm getting to over this is that once that stimulus check hit, the TV aisle at Walmart looked like the fucking toilet paper aisle. It was empty. Everybody grabbed that stimulus money and was like, by God, I'm getting me a big screen.
Oh,
You know?
man.
And boy, did they, because it was empty. And good luck finding a PlayStation or an Xbox at the time either, because they were gone too. That's what people decided was a wise investment with that money. So, but again, instant gratification, and you hand somebody free money, well, at least what they think is free money. Oh, they're going to spend it on stupid shit because it's like, no, I've got money that's not accounted for. I don't have to pay a bill with this.
And it's supposed to, a lot of that stuff when they call them the stimulus checks, it's meant to encourage frivolous spending to help the economy. But I just don't. I mean, I'm sure I buy plenty of frivolous shit, but I don't know, man. They're gonna keep giving us that shit so that we depend on it.
So that you depend more on the government. That's why. Because independence is a naughty word when it comes to government bureaucracy. It's a cuss word. So, switching gears a little bit. So, can we get the Kirby Tart report from Georgia beating Texas? We got time for it. All right. So here you go. We're in the press room. Okay, Coach. How did you feel that Arch Manning did today against your Bulldogs?
Well, Arch, who just come here to us, proud of our kids. Now, Arch has got a lot to live up to. We have relationships. Now, he played. He could have done better, especially on the line of scrimmage, because that's where we win the games. We got to get that ball at line of scrimmage. But he could do better. But at the end of the day, proud of our kids.
Yeah.
Next question.
So with Arch Manning being the quarterback of Texas and everybody making this into a big deal that he was better than Gunnar Stockton. How did you feel with the performance of Arch Manning's 1 touchdown and 1 interception to Gunnar Stockton's 4 touchdowns and 1 interception?
Well, they got a real good program over in Texas. Real proud of what the coaches do over there. But Gunnar basically went out on the field and flopped his meat out and showed him how we do it down here in Georgia. Proud of our kids. Next question, please.
So how do you feel like the defense did playing the whole game this time instead of just the typical of what's become Georgia this year and playing only the second half of the game?
Well, I tell them, they got to do better. We don't really start strong all the time. But nevertheless, kids put in a lot of work. Got to get the ball in the line of scrimmage. That's how we win games. We got to play the defense. Proud of our kids. Next question.
So how do you think the Bulldogs are going to fare this year in the playoffs?
I think if they don't, I'm going to take all them boys in the back and I'm going to fill some socks with soap and I'm going to hit them right in their wieners. I'll still be proud of our kids, but we got to win the game on the line of scrimmage.
Last question. Does BlackRock invest in your football program?
Yes, they own my ass. Proud of our kids.
We will see you guys next week.